to another video. I am absolutely freaking out. And yes, you read that title correctly. We officially got the title reveal for Book 16 of Wings of Fire. A listing on Amazon also has revealed additional information, including a huge detail about the next WAF novel. Learn everything that we need to know about this book in today's video. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Darth95, Thistle, Noobto, Piper Nuke, Avril, Pancake, Escarada, Adequin, Alex Cleaver, and Shadow Hunter. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. The title for Book 16 has finally been revealed. Arc 4 is set to kick off with the Hybrid Prince. Oh my gosh, this title has me excited. While the protagonist is currently unknown, it's likely we could find out at Fanwing Fest later this month, seeing as Tui will be reading a sneak peek of the Hybrid Prince at each location. But for now, all we can do is speculate which dragon is taking center stage here. What a really interesting title, you guys! Hybrids are coming into focus for this next arc, it seems. We also got even more information on what to expect from Book 16 based on an official Amazon listing. Here's what it says. Discover what happens next in this thrilling addition to the Wings of Fire saga. One of the biggest secrets in the Wings of Fire saga will be revealed. In the new and highly anticipated 16th book in the series, beloved author Tui T. Sutherland will answer the question her fans have been asking for years. Be the first to read this brand new story in the series that is devoured by dragon fans all over the world. Where will the next adventure take us? You'll find out in Wings of Fire, the Hybrid Prince. What could this secret be? There are so many possibilities. When theorizing about this next protagonist, we can immediately disregard the coloring of the preview cover. If you're new to the fandom, these placeholders are always blue, meaning that doesn't give us a hint on anything involved with the protagonist or plot. But taking a close look at the title, we may be able to piece together what's happening here. The Hybrid Prince. While it's easy to assume this could be referring to the POV dragon, there isn't a 100% chance that's the case, which we do need to keep in mind. After all, the Hive Queen's protagonist is Cricket, who isn't a queen. But with the Lost Heir, Tsunami is indeed the dragon reference in the title. Honestly though, I'm gonna say there's a high chance of this character being the aforementioned Hybrid Prince. It'd be such an interesting character to start off with the perspective of. If it were Umber, that would feel a little weird with such a grand and important title. Though I do definitely believe Umber will be a POV character at some point in this arc. So, who exactly is the Hybrid Prince? Well, we have several possibilities. But first, there's someone I'd like to debunk. I've seen a lot of fanwings assume this character is Glorian Deathbringer's kid, but I have to disagree with you guys here. We got a sneak peek of Firefly through one of Moonwatcher's visions, and she's a girl. Even though this is only a possible future, I think it'd be odd to change the gender of this character. Who could it be then? Another theory that's been immediately thrown around the fandom is Peacemaker. After all, he is a hybrid and technically a prince, though he doesn't realize that second part, at least not yet. With Tui's vague comments regarding how Peacemaker will be having visions that confuse both him and his friends in this arc, I think he's a solid possibility for who the title could be referencing. However, personally, I'd prefer for something this huge to be saved for a later book in the arc. Another possibility is a child Crystal and Gariel may have. I mean, it's pretty obvious there's going to be a time skip leading into this next set of books. For those who don't remember, Crystal is a princess of the Ice Wings. She refuses to take the throne and instead chose a life of simplicity and peace with the Mudwing named Gariel. It's totally possible that these two could have a Mud Ice Dragonette that's the focus of this next book. Well, I'd love to see a character like this. I'm just not exactly sure why their child would be so important. Unless there's some big Icewing secret we've been missing this whole time. One of the likeliest options I've heard tossed around is 𝙈𝙤𝙍𝙁. This is a dragon we only hear about in the guidebook. I actually have an entire video on them, and I'd recommend you go check it out. We basically know nothing about this character, except that they were one of the top dragons Queen Scarlet wanted dead. She had the following note on her hit list: "Everything is ready when the time is right." Unlike the other characters she scrawled notes about, this message was calculated. It's someone clearly very important, and not even the Dragoness of Destiny could find information on who this was. Maybe 𝙈𝙁𝙍 is a hybrid prince, belonging to a queen that never revealed the identity of this dragon to the world. However, Wings of Fire protagonists are usually dragonettes, and this hit list was pretty old. Does this mean we're getting an adult POV for a main series book? Or is 𝙈𝙁𝙍 not the hybrid prince after all? Tui did say they'll be finding out the identity of 𝙈𝙁𝙍 in this next book, so even if they aren't at the forefront, something big is going to be revealed. Is that the huge secret fans been asking about for years, mentioned on Amazon? Or could it be something related to Peacemaker, and in potentially finding out that he's Darkstalker? While these dragons I mentioned are the likeliest options of the characters we know about, there's always the chance that this hybrid prince could be someone new. I mean, we're in a different age for the continents now. Dragons are united. Could someone in the royal family have a relationship with another tribe member? How would this complicate royal affairs? How will we end up somewhere we haven't before? Ultimately, we'll just have to wait and see. Amazon revealed the current planned release date for the hybrid prince as well. It's set for release on March 3rd, 2026. However, I highly believe this will change and that it's just a placeholder date, seeing as the Folded Flyers kit and Stickerpedia are also set for the same day. Things will move around, so this is not final at all. Recently, Tui has stated she hopes to get the book out by April or May 2026, which is much more likely. The Hybrid Prince is up for pre-order on Amazon for Kindle devices, priced at $13 for e-reading. Don't worry, I'm sure pre-orders for paper copies will be available soon. It's also going to have 336 pages, which is typical of most Wings of Fire books. My videos always have the latest news on Arc 4 and everything else WAF. I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. What do you think about all this news? Who is the Hybrid Prince? And does this title interest you? Are you excited to learn more very soon? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.